It was a cold and rainy night when I, Marcos, an experienced truck driver, received an unexpected call for an emergency delivery. I was already tired, at the end of my shift, and just wanted to get home and rest. But the extra payment was too tempting to turn down, so I decided to go ahead. The load had to be delivered to a small town in the countryside, a place I had never heard of before. I started the engine of my truck, and the deep rumble of the motor filled the silence of the night. The rain hammered on the windshield, creating a constant sound that almost hypnotized me. The road was deserted, which made me feel a strange sensation. There were no other vehicles, nothing but darkness and mist. I could only see what the headlights illuminated, a narrow road, hard to make out beyond. Maybe it's just exhaustion, I thought, trying to shake off the discomfort growing inside me. I'd driven for thousands of miles in my career, but something about this stretch of road felt off. Something I couldn't explain. With each kilometer I drove, the feeling of being watched grew stronger. I glanced at the rearview mirrors, but saw nothing. The road remained empty, just the sound of the rain and the truck's headlights. The fog seemed to grow thicker with each passing minute, making visibility even worse. Then I saw her. In the middle of the road, in the dead of night. A woman. I almost lost control of the truck, swerving violently to avoid hitting her. My heart raced. She stood there, staring at me with a pale face and dark, wet hair. She didn't move. I shuddered just remembering it. What the hell? I said aloud, trying to calm myself. What are you doing in the middle of the road? The woman didn't answer. She didn't move an inch. She just kept staring at me, her eyes empty and fixed. The sense that something was horribly wrong intensified. The adrenaline made me act on instinct. I rolled down the window and shouted, "Are you crazy? Get out of the road." Then she did something strange. Slowly, without urgency, she raised a finger and pointed to the forest on my left. I didn't understand at first. I looked to the side, in the direction she was pointing, but all I saw was trees and darkness. Nothing more. I looked back at the woman, and she was gone. Just like that, she disappeared. My chest tightened, and I could barely breathe. I stood still, with the headlights illuminating the emptiness ahead of me. She was gone, without a trace. This isn't normal, I thought. I looked around, trying to convince myself I was imagining things, but when I turned the key to leave, something happened. The road ahead of me looked different. I knew exactly where I had passed before, but now everything felt strange. The fog was thicker, the trees seemed taller, more threatening. The road was narrower. I accelerated, trying to get away from that feeling that something was chasing me. I looked to the sides, trying to find some sign, but there was nothing. I tried to turn at a corner, and suddenly, I was back at the same spot. The same stretch of road. It was like I was stuck, in a loop. Desperate, I turned back to what I thought was the exit, but again, I was lost. I tried again, and the road seemed to guide me to the same place. This couldn't be real. Was I losing my mind? Or was something much more supernatural happening here, something I couldn't understand? Then I saw the sign. An old, almost falling down board with faded letters. I stopped the truck abruptly. It read, "Welcome to Black Hollow." I looked at the road ahead of me, but I couldn't remember passing through there. And I was sure I had never heard of Black Hollow. It was a town that didn't exist. I was trapped. And worse, I wasn't alone anymore. The fog seemed to swallow me, and there, deep down the road, I saw a shadow moving slowly. It was her. The woman. She was there again, standing, watching me. But this time, she didn't point to the forest. She smiled.